Well, hey guys, it's Janine coming to you with a new product reveal, try on, unboxing, review. I'm not really sure what all it's going to be just yet because this product is completely brand new to me. I've never used this type of nail kit before as far as for nail polish is concerned. This is the new mineral type powder. So it's not a dip powder where you like dip your finger in the little pot. You actually apply it with like a sponge tip applicator. And because I have a very difficult time with my nails, you can see they're quite short. I'm sorry, maybe just a little dirty right now, but they are quite short. I have trouble growing them. They're very thin, very brittle. They break and tear very easily, and it just is really hard for me to grow nails. Nail polish doesn't stick on my nails. It just peels off like the same day. I mean, I have extreme issues with nail polish and my nails. And so I've even tried the regular, like the gel polish where you cure it under the UV light, which this does as well. But I didn't have real good success with that either. So we're going to look through this box of contents. I have already looked at it, but as soon as I show it all to you, then we're going to get started doing the application. So this is Sistaco Mineral Bond. And the packaging is absolutely beautiful. And it's a very, very sturdy cardboard box. And you can see in the inside cover, it says, Sistaco has been created with you in mind to change the way you think about nails. Because life is not always perfect, but your nails can be. And so this is what the inside looks like. All the ingredients. So you have the base coat. And the top coat, of course. And I did do an extra add-on. So the kit, as it is, comes with 3 pots of polish, but you can add another one for a discounted price. Then it comes with these little empty mixing containers so that you can do some custom mixes if you're so inclined. It comes with a sponge tip applicator that's double-sided. And it's about like any other makeup sponge, like say a beauty blender or something. It's that same type of material. It does come with a little UV lamp. Sorry for the glare. Saw me a little bit there. Just a little pop out like that. I like the size. I like that it's compact and can fit away easily. A cord to power up the little lamp. And then I got this as an extra as well. It's the express remover. So if you know anything about gel polish, it can be a beast to remove. So this supposedly makes the process quite easier. And if you would like for me to show you the removal process after I've worn the manicure for as long as it lasts, just leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know that you would like to see a removal video as well. So let me go ahead and show you the colors I got. This one's called Pink Shatter. It's a holographic powder, and I have opened all of these already. They did have a protective seal over the pot, so they did not come just open like this. There was another little foam type seal here, and then it has, isn't that gorgeous? I'm not sure which color I'm going to do yet. I'm hoping I make up my mind as we talk here. And that powder is very light. It does has a lot of flyaway, I guess you could say. Then I got this one. It's called Classic Range Quartz. What I liked about it is it had kind of an opalescent, white, solid opalescent quality to it. I'm hoping it's, let me rephrase that. I hope it's an opaque white, because that's what I wanted, but it may not be. It might be more of a topper. We'll see. And then this one is called, it's a metallic shade shifter, and it's just maroon. I thought this one would be pretty for fall. And that just looked like a beautiful rich fall color. Look at the shimmer these things have. Now they do have powders that are not as shimmery. Boy, did you see all that glitter fly everywhere? And last one, this one's also a holographic rose gold. You know what? I think this is the one I'm going to do. I love rose gold. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. So I think that's the one we're going to use today. So I did go ahead and read the instructions. And there's a couple of different ways you can start the application process. One of the things that they recommend is if you really want a long wear, then apply the base coat, but don't cure it. And then apply a coat of the top coat over the base coat, and then cure it, and then apply the powder, and then another coat of top coat, and then curing. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I'm going to do some nail prep. I did file my nails a couple of days ago, but they've already got little chips in them. They just break so easy. So what I'm first going to do is, this is products I already owned. I've got some cuticle remover cream, a nail file, a little cuticle clipper, and a little pusher tool. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to set us on fast forward while we do the cuticle prep, and then I'll slow it back down and as we do the rest of the process. Okay, so the next thing that the directions say to do is to file the top of the nail a little bit. Now this is another one of those things, like being too aggressive with my cuticles. I just don't like doing it because my nails are so thin. It doesn't really take a lot to make them even more fragile than they already are. So I am going to lightly file the top to help with the adherence of the product, but I'm not going to do very much of that. I just can't see it damaging my nails even further in an effort to make them stronger. That just doesn't make any logical sense to me whatsoever. And you can see the way I like to file my nails is I like to look at them from this side, because I feel like I get a better idea of the proper shape. When I look at them from this side, sometimes that smile line throws me off and they'll look misshapen, but if I look from behind, I can see if they really are symmetrical and even. I'm just a little bit strange like that, I suppose. But just so you know, I'm okay with that. I have embraced my weirdness a long time ago. All right, so we're going to rough these up just a bit. Okay, so the last step for prep is the nail bed does need to be dehydrated just a little bit. And I do have a nail dehydrator somewhere, and it's really just that stuff that they paint on. It comes in a, a polished bottle just like that. You just brush it on. But I did not feel like going to hunt it down, and I had this nail polish remover handy, so I figured I would just go ahead and use that. And again, it's just to kind of clean the nail, but also to dehydrate it a little bit, which helps with the adherence of topical products. And I am going to follow the directions for a longer lasting nail application. So I'm going to go in with a coat of the base coat on all nails, not cure it, and then go in with a top coat and then cure it. Apply the color powder. And one of the things that the directions said about applying the top coat after that is to not go over it and over it, but just to try and do even strokes with enough product on it so that it doesn't disturb the powder underneath it. And that made good sense to me. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the little lamp set up, so that way when I get started, I'm not trying to fool with this with wet polish on my hands. Okay, so I'm curious. Got a little bit of that polish on my skin, and I can feel it. That's interesting. It made kind of a little ridge there. I don't know if you can see that, where there was some excess that kind of pulled there in the corner. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. But yeah, I was curious if it really cured it, like to a place where it won't rub off. And it does feel, that one feels just a little tacky, but those do too. We shall see. That's going to have to dry down a whole lot more than that to be durable. And be careful with this stuff. It kind of goes everywhere. So let's see. This is it. Maiden voyage. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I was wanting something to kind of tap off on too. Let me flip this over. Like so. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. That is beautiful. I could see this as being a, like if you went in with, say, a darker nail polish underneath and did this as a topper, it would be gorgeous that way as well. Because it's not what I would call 100% opaque. Isn't that beautiful? I hope this lasts. I mean, this process is definitely faster than waiting for traditional nail polish to dry, but or going to the salon and sitting and waiting for long periods of time. And then having, I don't know about anybody else's salon, but it seems like the salons I go to, they do so much more damage to my nail. That's why I generally just don't get my nails done. You guys, this is stunning. This is beautiful. I hope it's coming off on camera as beautiful as it is in person. So pretty. Well, as you can tell, I ran them both hands through the UV light twice, and I still have some areas where it's a little bit tacky, just a little bit sticky. So I'm going to do what they do in the nail salon and use some alcohol and see if that helps relieve that stickiness. But overall, I think it's kind of a self-leveling product. Well, I am feeling a little bit of bumps, and I'm not sure what that caused that. You see, this is one of those spots where it got on my skin. But look how easy it comes off. This sure makes for easy cleanup after a manicure. So if you're not perfect like me, I am not perfect. I certainly don't do a perfect job of painting my nails. That's why I don't do a lot. Other than the polish doesn't last any time on me, I struggle with just that. Oh, Houston, I think we have a problem. It's wanting to lift off the entire nail now. Let's see if just getting that little bit off helps. Oops, got some of my skin with it. Well, I just gashed it up pretty good right there, but that's okay. And if you've been around here with me any length of time, you know things do not go perfectly around here. And I don't try to hide that fact. I am who I am. I got quite a bit of it. I thought I'd clean this up better than this. I want to know who out there has bets on injury happening to me in this process. It wouldn't be a bad bet. I'm dealing with something sharp and wielding it with my non-dominant hand. I just didn't want to tug too much at those because I was afraid I'd peel everything up off my nail, which quite honestly, I kind of feel like that's a real possibility. That this might just absolutely peel right off. We'll see. But I can tell you what I'm going to do. So after I get this cleaned up, because I do think I'm going to go, I got another big bit right there. Doggone it. I'm washing my hands. And then I'll come back after I get as much of this cleaned off of my skin as possible and show you the final product. And then after I do that, then I'm going to do some daily check-ins for the next few days and see how things are looking. See if everything is holding up or if it's starting to peel off or what's going on. So I will see you guys back here after I get everything cleaned up. But so far, the process was pretty easy. It went pretty quickly. Probably took a little bit more time because I did have some cuticle prep to do. I hadn't prepped cuticles in a little while, so they were kind of in need. You see here where I got some overspill into the, that is wanting to peel off of my nail. So I'm a little discouraged about that. I'm hoping it's just in those areas where it was super thick and there was quite a bit adhered to my skin. I'm hoping that it's not going to peel off of my nail as a result of being just too thick in those areas, because I really think that would be what the issue would be, is just entirely too much polish. But anyway, so I'm going to come back every day or every other day with an update, let you see how things are going. Yeah, that. Hope that helped. I'm sorry for my ADD and my rambling. It is who I am. And you show up anyway, so thank you for that. Alright, guys. That is pretty darn beautiful. So let me go wash my hands. Actually, you know what? I might just come back tomorrow and give you an update tomorrow. And, you know, if you were betting on some injury happening to me, I did. I nicked myself a little bit right there. So you won that bet. Anyway, I will see you in a day or two. Well, hey guys, I'm here for a daily check-in, and I'm sorry, this is actually, I think, day number 3. I did this on Saturday. This is Monday morning. I'm about to go to work, and everything is holding up beautifully. I expected to have more wearing and chipping at the tips, because that's normally where I have issues and so forth. Things are holding up pretty good in those areas. And the only places I have any noticeable chipping is where I had over polished on these 2 fingers, and it was on my skin quite a bit, and I used my little clippers to kind of clip it off. So I am having a little bit of chipping in those areas, but I kind of expected that. So moral of the story here is you do have to apply the top coat somewhat thickly, but you do want to be careful about where it makes any contact with your skin and remove that, because that will create an issue for you. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. Now, once I got out in daylight and the sun, I noticed that it might look fairly opaque on camera, but it is quite sheer, and I could see my natural nail through it. I could see like my smile lines, and for this price, I expected something that would put down a more opaque layer of coverage, because this wasn't inexpensive. This was fairly expensive. So I think next time I'm going to try and put the powder down a little more thickly. And I'm going to read through the directions again just to make sure there wasn't some error on my part in application. But yeah, so this is day 2 or day 3. I don't know how you would, I guess Saturday would be ground 0, right? Sunday would be day 1. So this is day 2, I suppose. Or 2 days of wear. Anyway, so I'll check back in a day or 2 and let you know how things are going. Well, hey there. I have missed a couple of days of check-ins. My apologies. My work has been very demanding lately. So today is Thursday, and as a reminder, I did this manicure on Saturday, and so today is the following Thursday. And so far, things are looking great. I don't think I have ever had nail polish, even UV nail polish on my natural nails last this long. I am starting to see some wearing at the tips, but no cracking or chipping at the tips, which is pretty remarkable. And I'm sorry if the camera is not focusing so that you can see that. So there is a little bit of wearing. This nail did, I did chip it a little bit, but I filed it down, evened it out. So I was hoping that this polish would help prevent chipping, but it is what it is. But so far it's held up better than any other polish system I've ever used. So I will give them that. Considering the price, I had high expectations. And now you can see where I over polished. Trying to get that to focus right here. Sometimes I think the sparkliness keeps it from focusing, but anyway, so I did have to clip that away because I had gotten the polish too thick and against my skin here. Let me see if a different angle might show it a little bit better. Come on and focus, camera. And on that finger as well, right there. So I expected it to kind of continue chipping in, which it did a little bit, but not to a great degree, which I was pretty surprised about. So that's where we are on Thursday. This manicure makes it a week. I tell you, that would be the longest any manicure has ever lasted me on my natural nails. Of course, on artificial nails is a different beast altogether. So far, so good. Stay tuned for the last check-in, which I think will be Saturday. So we'll have a full week of wear test. And once we do that, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me removing the polish and what that process looks like. Well, hey guys, this is Saturday. So I've had this manicure for a full week, and for the most part, I am pretty stinking happy with it. So you've already seen the areas where I kind of had some peeling on this part of the nail. I had it happen on the thumb here. Big chunk peeled off, and please forgive the blue on this finger. I've got some ink on it. But you can see here, that big chunk came off. And I think that had more to do with my application. I might not have roughed the nail up quite enough in those areas. Might have had the top coat just a little bit too thick. So I'm going to try it again. And if you're interested in seeing a second round video, leave me a comment below. And also I'm going to go ahead and go through the process of taking the polish off. So if you'd like to see that video again, please leave me a comment below. So we can go kind of through the whole process of this particular manicure system. But anyway, thank you so much for watching along and seeing a wear test on this brand of manicure. Let me open the box and show you the insides again. I left my manicure tools in there. So to recap, you get, in the original kit, you get 3 different mineral powders. You get the base coat, the top coat, an applicator, some mixing pots, which I think is really neat, and you get the UV light, and of course a cord to plug it in with. Now I added on the express remover and an extra pot of the mineral powder because they had it at a discounted price. So anyway, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you showing up and viewing this video, and I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye now.